Today I'm joined by Toby Leek, who is the president of Propertymark National Association of Estate Agents. Toby, you've been president now for 9 months. Talk to me about how it's gone.
A whirlwind is probably the sort of how I would encapsulate it.
Okay.
It's been fantastic. It really has been fantastic. I've been in the industry for 25 years, and without a shadow of a doubt, this has been the most fantastic year of my career. Don't get me wrong, it's been extremely busy, and there's a lot of hard work and a lot of effort that goes into it, but also it's been hugely exciting. I've met so many people doing it. I've learned so much myself individually that I can use in my day-to-day role, but also outside that. And it's given me a huge amount of confidence. I've been doing it for 25 years, so you would assume that, oh, he's confident, he can chat to anyone, go and do evaluation. But actually, it's amazing how much more confidence it has given me, again, in my own personal life, but actually in my role, doing my role. Sometimes I've always been a person of growth mindset, and I feel doing this has been a shot in the arm to really boost it.
Okay, what would your message be to, and you don't have to go through the regional exec role, but normally the presidents come from the pool of regional execs. What would your message be to any regional exec thinking of wanting to get themselves on that bandwagon?
I'd throw your hat in the ring and go for it. If you think that you would like it, go for it. And if you're sitting on the fence, then just go for it still. I was speaking to members before, and one particular member said, I just can't speak in front of people, so there's no way that I can get up in front of people and talk. And so I understand that, and I wouldn't want to push him, because personally he would find it extremely difficult and probably uncomfortable. So there is a reality about it. You need to be able to confident and speaking in front of people.
So, I mean, the job is basically you have to stand up in front of on all the regionals, and go to some AGMs. Is that about it? Is that the role?
Yeah, there's board meetings, there's regional conferences, and there's a lot of work behind that where you're speaking to regional people and members as well, in sort of getting the membership, but also getting those that are in the membership, putting them through, getting all their sort of, getting them involved more, getting them to be a bigger part of it. And the last sort of, obviously there's a couple of years running up to being president. The last couple of years, there's been a huge amount of change, and that's a really exciting time. I would say that, but I genuinely feel it's a really exciting time to be a part of Propertymark, but also on that presidential journey. We've got Mary Lou coming through next on the NAEA side, and she's going to be fabulous. What are your thoughts on the presidential role of Propertymark?
My first message would be, it shocks me how people put their hand up to be president and they've never got themselves out there either at regional meetings or published anything on social media. And, how you expect someone to vote for you when normally there's two or three of you. I know more go for it, but they get whittled down to two or three. Is it three? I don't know, 2 or 3.
Well, it
frankly, it's disappointing that if you're expecting someone to vote for you and you look at your LinkedIn profile and there's been nothing pushed out there, and you don't even go to the regional meetings to meet the people who are eventually going to be people voting for you, then you don't deserve to be president. I mean, my advice would be is if you decide that you're going to be president or want to go for president, I would actually create almost like a 2-year or 1 year. I think it'd be only 1, but 2 to be better. I'd go to every single regional conference, because I tend to believe that the people who are likely to vote are the ones that come to the regional conferences. I would basically be getting out there, pressing the flesh and building relationships with people. And I would also be creating social media content that everyone in the industry spots. So you are quite obviously the agent, the person of choice.
Yeah.
Because if you don't mind me saying, I think the vast majority of presidents, both ALA and not so much ALA, but National Association of Estate Agents, it's almost you go into a witness protection program, and we don't hear. I'm not criticising.
No.
I just think you, if you're wanting to go for this, and it is a prestigious role where you are the focus of attention, and again, are you aware that when you leave in June, you're on the top of the pile and you're going to be no one? I talk to many people. Are you prepared for that? Because you are out there and then you're no one.
Yeah.
So bear that in mind, mate.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting point, and actually, I'm chairing a very much along the lines of that presidential journey. I'm going to be chairing a meeting with what can be done right before it, during it, after it.
It's the after that worries me. The amount of, I'm in a very privileged position to talk to many people, lots of presidents and ex-presidents.
Yeah.
And it does feel like you're at the top of your game, and then all of a sudden you get kicked out.
Yeah.
A bit like, did you ever watch that film called Tron?
Yeah.
And you get to 40 and you have to be kicked out. It's a bit like that. You're no one.
Well,
There should be more that past presidents could do, almost.
Yep. And this is exactly what I have been speaking about, and what I've been doing. And like I say, I'm chairing a meeting with not just me, because of course I'm soon to be past president, but I don't actually know at the moment what it's like. Whereas in that meeting, there will be people, past presidents, that can give great insight, where we can change it, where we can look at it, what we can do to improve it, and also looking at mental health, so we make sure that these guys and girls are looked after.
Indeed. Well, I'm an absolutely huge fan of Propertymark. That goes without saying, but I will just say that for the record because I think it's important. And thank you to all the presidents, past and present, for what you do for the industry. Keep up the great work. And if you are going for that role, plan it a few years in advance so you are the only agent of choice. Thank you for your time today.
Thanks.